We treat, a lot of people post-op, total knees, rotator cuffs, the general surgeries, but we treat a lot of neurological conditions too, back and neck nerve type pain. We treat balance issues that could or could not be caused by vertigo, and post-strokes and some other conditions there too, but we're pretty heavy on the orthopedic side, and with a lot of our athletes as well too. So that's where that turf really comes in handy.
Right. So I guess I know a lot of facilities, like especially for soccer and football, they're going to more of like an artificial turf type of thing.
Right.
So I mean, without being too judgmental, do you get more types of injuries from turf than you do from regular grass, or?
So there's actually a lot of talk of that in the major leagues, professional levels, all the way down to college and high school. I do think that there have been the turf does not move like the grass moves. And so I think that they've linked that to some ACL tears. Now around here, I'm not sure how much that has had a direct effect on our athletes. But I do think that there's a lot of conversation about that and if they can do anything different. There have also been some companies that have changed their cleats, so where the cleats move on the bottom, to try to help with that too. And us being a turf facility, it's kind of nice because if we have, we may have soccer players dribbling soccer balls while they're running. We may have some of our athletes just throwing and catching, doing some runs for football. We'll throw footballs, we'll throw softballs to them. But just for them to be able to get the feel for what that's like being on the artificial turf is nice for our athletes too, because the speed is very different going from grass to turf. So it's nice for them to have access to that too, and being able to get the real feel of things. But I would say there's definitely a link to it. I just am not sure what all the big dogs are saying with that. So, but it trickles down definitely to people around here too.
That's really interesting. So, like I said earlier, Physical Therapy Associates has been a long-term sponsor of our sporting events, and we were talking before that you even have a relative or two that are currently in high school sports here?
I do. So I come from a big Catholic family, and we have all grown up around here. Most of us went to Hardin County schools, which I still have a cousin there that's playing soccer. She's a senior this year, so it's the last year for her there. I also have her brother that's playing the boys soccer side of things too, so he's a freshman. But I come from a big family around here, and most of us grew up playing sports from basketball to football to soccer. And so it's been nice to be able to help not just my people, my family, but all those that I got to grow up alongside too, because there's a lot of people that kind of became family along the way, and that's kind of how our patients feel to us too. So I feel like that's kind of branched out to, of course, E-Town Independent Schools, Hardin County Schools, and I'm sure it's the same for all of our other clinics in the other counties too. But we kind of have that family feel in our clinics, and so it's been nice to be able to take that to the schools, and whether or not they're directly related to us, some of them feel like family, and they'll send
John. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Central Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Volleyball matchup of the Elizabethtown Panthers and the Central Hardin Bruins. I'm going to turn over to our PA announcer for tonight's lineups. So there we have the lineups from both teams. For Elizabethtown, they come in with an 8-4 record under Coach Bart Catlett. For Central Hardin, they come in 14-2 under Coach Bill Reinecker. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. This is the first meeting between the Panthers and the Bruins this year. They will meet again on October 1st. For Elizabethtown, they are 3-0 in 17th district play. For Central Hardin, they are 2-0 in 17th district play. On the court to start out for Central Hardin will be Claire Worrell, Anna Jaggers, Audrey Stearman, Gracie Blair, Jordan Fortner, Riley Conley, and to check in as libero is Katie Commonson. For Elizabethtown, Macy Singleton, Jessica Smallwood, Haley McAllister, McKenna Brown, Addison James, Grace Godfrey, and the libero for the Panthers is Lexi Davis. Central Hardin will have first serve. Sets 1 through 4, it is the best, first 1 to 25 leading by 2. It'll be the winner of 3 out of 5 sets to determine who wins the match. Gracie Blair serving. Davis to James, outside Smallwood. Big swing and a kill for Jessica Smallwood. Addison James now to the line for the Panthers. 1 serving 0. And that'll be an ace. 2 serving 0. Worrell to Blair. Back for Worrell, tipped over. Davis gets to it. Godfrey will send it outside. Now bumping it over is Smallwood. Conley to Blair in the middle for Stearman. That one picked up. Stearman tried to send it back over. Popped up in there. Now Stearman will send it back corner. And Central Hardin gets the point. Jordan Fortner will check in on the front line for the Bruins. Katie Commonson at the service line. 1 serving 2. Evans wide, service error, point Panthers. Macy Singleton checks back in on the front line for Elizabethtown. Lexi Davis heads to the service line. 3 serving 1. Conley to Blair for Fortner. She goes back line. Godfrey gets to that one. James pops it up in the middle. Smallwood will just tap it over. That one's in on the line. Point Panthers. 4 serving 1. Commonson to Blair. She'll bump across for Fortner down the line. It's in. Kate Disselkamp checks in on the front line for the Bruins. Claire Worrell heads to the service line. 2 serving 4. Davis to James. Now Brown will send it front line. Commonson to Blair. Sent over by Fortner. Davis gets that one to James outside. Smallwood off the front line gets the kill. Ella Brown checking into the lineup for Elizabethtown. Sorry, on the last point, McKenna Brown checked in on the front line for the Panthers. Jessica Smallwood serving 5, serving 2. Worrell overpass and we'll get it. Gets the point for the Bruins. Ramsey Nickel and Audrey Bennett check into the lineup for the Bruins. Nickel heads to the service line. 3 serving 5. Simpson, sorry. Blocked at the net by Disselkamp as McKenna Brown swung from the front line. 4 serving 5. Service error, point for the Panthers. And now send McKenna Brown to the line. 6 serving 4. And that one goes long. Service error, point for Central Hardin. Jordan Fortner now to serve for Central Hardin. 5 serving 6. McKenna Brown to James, pops it over. Worrell to Nickel. Disselkamp comes across, gets it to Davis, to James, outside Smallwood. That one's in on the back line. Point E-Town. Haley McAllister checking back in for Elizabethtown. As Macy Singleton heads to the service line. 7 serving 5. Commonson to Nickel for Stearman. It's a big swing, caught that one all on her fingers, but it finds an open spot. Point Central. Riley Conley will check that for Central Hardin. Lexi Davis back in for the Panthers. 6 serving 7. Smallwood to James. It goes over. Conley got to that one, popped it up as Commons. Now Worrell will bump it over. Smallwood to James, outside. McAllister. Nickel going to send it over. Davis sends it right back. Commonson gets to that one. Nickel sets up. Worrell just going to push it back line. McKenna Brown gets that one. James for Smallwood goes across. Nickel gets that one. Conley bump set for Worrell. She'll just roll this one to the back line. Davis is there to James in the middle. McAllister has it blocked. Nichols bump sets outside for Worrell. That one doesn't clear the tape. Point, E-Town. Grace Godfrey back in for Elizabethtown. She'll head to the service line. 8 serving 6. Conley for Nickel. Stearman in the middle. That one blocked by Smallwood. 9 serving 6. Ace. 10 serving 6. Commonson to Nickel. Cross for Worrell. Blocked at the net. Worrell pops it back up. Nichols back sets for Bennett. Back line. Godfrey gets that one to James. Outside for Smallwood. That goes across. It's wide. Point Bruins. Gracie Blair and Anna Jaggers checking back in for Central Hardin. Blair to the service line. 7 serving 10. That one's long. Point E-Town. Addison James heads to the line. 11 serving 7. Ace. 12 serving 7. Conley to Blair. Bumped up. Jaggers blocked at the net, and Jaggers went into the net. A net violation. Point for Elizabethtown. 13 serving 7. With that, Coach Reinecker will take his first time out here in set number 1. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We come back out onto the court. Elizabethtown will have serve. Addison James at the line. 13 serving 7. Worrell. Blair back for Worrell. Big swing. That's long. Central Hardin bench jumped up as if they thought somebody touched it at the net. 14 serving 7. Worrell to Blair for Jaggers. That one doesn't clear the tape. 15 serving 7. Conley to Commonson. Once across Worrell. Smallwood gets to it. Tip back over. We have a net violation on E-Town. Going to be a point for the Bruins. Jordan Fortner back in on the front line as Katie Commonson heads to the service line. 8 serving 15. Janes at the net for Smallwood. She'll send it back corner. Commonson gets that one. Worrell bump it across. Blair sends it over. Davis gets that one to Janes. Outside for Smallwood. Big swing. The kill for Jessica Smallwood. Macy Singleton checks back in on the front line for E-Town as it will be Lexi Davis serving. 16 serving 8. Conley, Commonson. Jaggers will bump it back line. Godfrey to Janes in the middle. Singleton tapped over. She gets the kill. 17 serving 8. Addison Seago to check in for the Bruins. That one sails long. Point Bruins. Kate Disselkamp will check back in on the front line for the Bruins. Claire Worrell to the service line. 9 serving 17. We are in set number 1. Godfrey to Janes for Smallwood. Big swing and a kill. Point Panthers. Ella Brown checking back in for Elizabethtown as Jessica Smallwood heads to the service line. 18 serving 9. And into the net, service error. Ramsey Nickel and Audrey Bennett back in for Central Hardin. Ramsey Nicholas to serve, 10 serving 18. Smallwood to Janes. Back sets for McKenna Brown. She'll go back line. Nickel for Disselkamp across. That one dug out by Davis all the way back over. Worrell to Nickel in the middle. Fortner, she takes a swing and it's in. Serving 18. Service error. Point Panthers. And McKenna Brown now heads to the line. 19 serving 11. That one's in on the back line. Ace. 20 serving 11. Worrell to Nickel. Outside Disselkamp, back line. It's in. Audrey Stearman back in on the front line for the Bruins. Jordan Fortner to the service line. 12 serving 18. McKenna Brown to Janes in the middle. Singleton, that one blocked at the net. Popped up in the air. Ella Brown bumps it over. James sends it over the net. Nickel in the middle. Stearman tools the block. .13 serving 20. Smallwood to James, tipped over, that one blocked at the net by Disselkamp. 14 serving 20. Smallwood to James. Ella Brown goes back line. We're all there. Nickel for Disselkamp. That one doesn't clear the tape. Point Panthers. Haley McAllister back in on the front line for E-Town. As Macy Singleton heads to the service line. 21 serving 14. Commonson to Nickel. Cross for Disselkamp. She'll roll it back line. Smallwood to James in the middle. That one blocked. McAllister went for the hit. Stearman with the block. Lexi Davis back in on the back line for E-Town as Katie Commonson heads to the service line. It's going to be Riley Conley checking back in for the Bruins, and she'll head to the service line. 15 serving 21. McKenna Brown, and not going to be able to return it. Ace for Conley. 16 serving 21. That one sails long. Grace Godfrey back in for Elizabethtown. She'll head to the service line. 22 serving 16. Conley to Stearman. Worrell just going to have to send it down the tape. Smallwood to James. Back for Smallwood. Big swing, and she gets the kill. Official coming down. And with that, actually, Coach Reinecker will take his second final timeout here in set number 1. Reminder, we're back on the air Friday night, right back here at Central Hardin High School as North Hardin comes to take on the Bruins in football action. Next week we have a full week. We have a game every night. Monday night it'll be John Hardin at Central Hardin in girls soccer. Tuesday night it's North Hardin and E-Town in boys soccer. Wednesday, North Hardin will be at John Hardin in girls soccer. And Thursday it'll be Central Hardin at John Hardin in boys soccer. And next Friday we will be at John Hardin as they host Marion County. For E-Town, they're back in action tomorrow night as they will host Meade County. And for Central Hardin, on Saturday, they will have a tri-match here at Central Hardin against Oldham County and South Warren. So as we come back, it'll be Grace Godfrey at the line, 23 serving 16. Commons in to Nickel, and that's going to be a double. Oh, the net violation. And it'll be set point for E-Town, 24 serving 16. Conley to Nickel in the middle. Stearman, big swing. Grace Blair and the Jaggers checking back in for Central Hardin. Blair to the service line. 17 serving 24. Davis to James for Smallwood. Big swing. Commonson gets that one to Blair. Worrell just going to bump it over to the back line. Godfrey to James. Outside again for Smallwood. She'll send this one back. It's long. I think there was a net violation. I was going to say a double hit. Point Central. 17 serving 24. And they added a number to the wrong side on the scoreboard. They're trying to fix that. Now it's right. 18 serving 24. That goes wide, and set number 1 will go to Elizabethtown. 25-18. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Featuring BART, protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream. Watch TV from your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. And BBTEL Blast. Make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today for more information. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located off I-65, exit 91 at 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. West Point Bank, working better together. Online at westpointbank.com. As the teams make their way back out onto the court for Central Hardin, it's Audrey Stearman, Claire Worrell, Gracie Blair, Jordan Fortner, Anna Jaggers, and Riley Conley, with Katie Commonson set to check in as the libero. For Elizabethtown, Jessica Smallwood, Macy Singleton, McKenna Brown, Addison James, Haley McAllister, Grace Godfrey, and Lexi Davis set to check in as the libero. E-Town will have first serve in set number 2. And it'll be Grace Godfrey at the line for Elizabethtown. 0 serving 0. Conley to Blair, bumped over by Stearman. Godfrey to Janes, outside Smallwood. Big swing and a kill. 1 serving 0. Commonson to Blair, outside Worrell, off the front line. Godfrey gets that one to Jane. She tries to dump it over. They don't fire. And Godfrey back to serve. 2 serving 0. Conley to Commonson. Cross for Worrell. Back line. Davis gets to it. That's going to go out. Point Central. Gracie Blair to the service line. 1 serving 2. Service error. Point E-Town. And Addison Janes will head to the service line. McKenna Brown checks back in. 3 serving 1. Worrell to Conley. Worrell bump it over. That goes wide. 4 serving 1. Commonson to Worrell. Commonson going to bump it all the way over. Davis to Janes, and that's going to take Smallwood. It was going to take her right to the net. A little too tight. Point Bruins. Katie Commonson to the service line. Jordan Fortner checked in on the front line. 2 serving 4. Davis to Janes. For Smallwood, that goes long. 3 serving 4. Davis to Janes. Smallwood, backline Commonson gets that one to Blair, across for Worrell. Soft swing, and she gets the kill. 4 serving 4. Davis to Janes. Smallwood will bump that one over. Commonson to Blair. In the middle, Fortner. She tools the block. 5 serving 4. Davis to Janes, outside Smallwood. That one's long. 6 serving 4. Davis to Janes. Smallwood, that one doesn't miss. Point E-Town. Macy Singleton will check back in on the front line. Lexi Davis to the service line. 5 serving 6. Conley, Fortner. Now Anna Jaggers will pump it over. Kenna Brown to Janes for Singleton in the middle. She gets the kill. 6 serving 6. Worrell, Commonson. Fortner will bunch it back line. It's long. Point E-Town. 7 serving 6. Commonson to Blair. Back sets for Worrell. Blocked to the net by Singleton. And Worrell went under the net. Point E-Town. 8 serving 6. Worrell to Blair across. Fortner down the line, got to by Janes. Davis now right to the line. Singleton to punch it over. Blair to Conley. Rolled over by Worrell. Smallwood to Janes. McKenna Brown goes back corner. Jaggers and bumped over by Worrell. Janes in the middle. Singleton, big swing. Commonson gets that one. To Blair. Outside Worrell. Big swing, touched at the net. Davis to Janes. Outside Smallwood. Off the blockers. Commonson gets to it. Blair for Worrell. Back line, it's long. 9 serving 6. Worrell to Blair. Back for Worrell. Off the front line, and Worrell gets the kill. Kate Disselkamp will check back in on the front line for the Bruins. Claire Worrell to the service line. 7 serving 9. Davis to Janes. In the middle, Smallwood. Worrell gets to that one. Blair will bump it outside. Someone's going to be tight to the net. Point E-Town. Ella Brown back in on the front line for the Panthers. Jessica Smallwood to the service line. 10 serving 7. Ace. 11 serving 7. Commonson passes it back over. Davis bumps it outside for Ella Brown. That one didn't clear the tape. Ramsey Nickel and Audrey Bennett back in for Central Hardin. Nickel to the service line. 8 serving 11. Smallwood to Janes for Singleton. She tools the block. McKenna Brown now heads to the service line. 12 serving 8. Commonson to Worrell. Bennett able to get it over. Smallwood to Janes for Singleton in the middle. Another kill for Macy Singleton. Commonson to Nickel. Outside, Disselkamp across. Davis gets that one to Janes in the middle. Singleton one more time. Nickel gets that one to Worrell for Disselkamp. Rolled into the middle. Davis gets to it. Janes back sets for Smallwood. She'll just send it over. Worrell to Nickel. In the middle, Fortner. She goes off the blockers and gets the point. Fortner serving now, 9 serving 13. Smallwood to James. Smallwood will bump it over. Worrell to Nickel for Stearman. She gets the kill. Serving 13. Smallwood to Janes for Singleton. She blocked at the net. Point Central. Serving 13. Smallwood again. Singleton with another kill right in the middle. Haley McAllister back in on the front line for the Panthers as Macy Singleton heads to the service line. 14 serving 11. We are in set number 2. There's 3 out of 5. E-Town took set number 1, 25-18. Commonson to Nickel in the middle for Stearman. She takes a big swing. Riley Conley back in for the Bruins. She'll head to the service line. Off speed, Davis gets that one to James. McKenna Brown will send it back row. Commonson to Nickel. Outside for Worrell. She sends it down the line. McAllister. Oh, sorry. Smallwood. That one dug out by Commonson. Davis to James. Back sets for Smallwood again. Commonson again sends it back over. Davis to James. She just jumps it over. Conley gets to that one. Nickel outside. Worrell just taps to it. Smallwood gets it. James will send it outside. Ella Brown, and she gets the kill. Conley to Nickel for Worrell, back line. Godfrey to James, outside Smallwood, and she gets the kill. Grace Godfrey at the line for the Panthers, 16 serving 12. That one's in, ace. Addison Seago to check in for the Bruins. 17 serving 12. Seago to Nickel. Now Seago will send it over. Davis to James for Smallwood. Touched at the net, but she gets the kill. 18 serving 12. Seago to Nickel. Worrell, big swing, and she gets the kill. Gracie Blair and Anna Jaggers checking back in for the Bruins. Blair heads to the service line. 13 serving 18. Godfrey to James. For Smallwood, she'll send it across. Seago gets that one. To Blair in the middle. Stearman just tapped it over. Smallwood gets that. James back for Smallwood. Big swing. Seago gets to that one. Commonson will pop it in the air. Now Worrell back line. Smallwood gets that. James back to Smallwood one more time. Commonson gets that one. To Blair. She'll dump it over. Davis is there. James outside. Smallwood again. No one gets that one. Point E-Town. Addison James heads to the service line for E-Town. 19 serving 13. That one goes long. Jordan Fortner back in on the front line for Central. Katie Commons into the service line. 14 serving 19. Davis to James outside Smallwood. That would be a kill. That one ended in the top section here at Central. Lexi Davis now to the line for the Panthers. 20 serving 14. Ace. 21 serving 14. Commonson to Blair for Fortner. She'll roll it back line. Godfrey to James in the middle. Singleton, and she gets the kill. (22) serving 14. Riley Conley will check back in for Central. Conley to Blair. Outside Fortner. That one blocked at the net. Fortner. No, that's going to be a carry, sorry, a lift. 23 serving 14. Worrell to Blair. Back for Worrell. She'll just push it back line. Davis is there. James outside Smallwood. She just taps it over. Blair gets to it. Conley bumps for Worrell. That one blocked at the net by Smallwood. Or sorry, by Singleton. And it'll be set point for the Panthers. 24 serving 14. Worrell to Blair. Outside Fortner. Davis gets to that one. James for McKenna Brown. She goes back line. Commons in there. To Blair. In the middle. Fortner. That doesn't clear the tape. Point Panthers, and they take set number 2. 25-14. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Featuring BART, protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream, watch your TV from your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. And BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located off of I-65 at exit 91 and 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple. 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. West Point Bank, working better together, online at westpointbank.com. Reminder for Elizabethtown, they're back in action tomorrow night as they will host the Green Wave of Meade County. And for Central Hardin, they are not back in action until Saturday when they will host a tri-match between themselves, Oldham County, and South Warren. For us, Friday night, we'll be back on the air for football action as North Hardin comes to take on the Central Hardin Bruins. Next week, we have a game every night. Monday night, it'll be John Hardin at Central Hardin Girls Soccer. Tuesday night, it'll be North Hardin at Elizabethtown in Boys Soccer. Wednesday night, it'll have North Hardin at John Hardin Girls Soccer. Thursday night, it will be Central Hardin at John Hardin in Boys Soccer. And next Friday night, it'll be Marion County at John Hardin. Come out for the third set for E-Town. It's McKenna Brown, Addison James, Haley McAllister, Grace Godfrey, Jessica Smallwood, Macy Singleton, and the libero is Lexi Davis. For Central Hardin, Audrey Stearman, Claire Worrell, Jordan Fortner, Anna Jaggers, Gracie Blair, and Riley Conley with the libero Katie Commonson. And Central Hardin will have first serve here to start set number 3. Gracie Blair at the line. Davis to James. McKenna Brown will send it back row. Conley to Blair. For Stearman, she tools the block. One serving 0. one goes long. Point Panthers. And Addison James will head back. 1 serving 1. Conley to Blair in the middle. Stearman blocked at the net that time by Brown. Point E-Town, 2 serving 1. Conley to Blair for Stearman. Big swing. She splits the 2 blockers, gets the kill. Jordan Fortner back in on the front line for Central Hardin as Katie Commonson heads to the service line. 2 serving 2. Does it clear the tape? Service error, point Panthers. Lexi Davis now to the line to serve. Macy Singleton checked back in on the front line. 3 serving 2. Commons in. And that'll be an ace. 4 serving 2. Conley to Commons in. Now Fortner will come up, just tap it over. Smallwood to Janes in the middle. Singleton blocked there. Smallwood pops it back up. Janes now from McKenna Brown, blocked at the net. Point Central. Kate Disselkamp back in on the front line for the Bruins. Claire Worrell heads to the service line. Service error. Ella Brown checks back in for Elizabethtown as Jessica Smallwood heads to the service line. 5 serving 3. Worrell to Jaggers. That one's going to get near the net. Singleton just tried to tap it down just to her right and sends it too far to the right. Point for the Bruins. That'll get Ramsey Nickel and Audrey Bennett back in. 4 serving 5. Smallwood to James. Singleton puts it over. Disselkamp to Nickel. Back for Disselkamp. She'll roll it to the back line and gets the point. 5 serving 5. Smallwood to Davis. Ella Brown not able to get that one back. And Brown had run into the line judge. A lot of times they'll toss this one up. And they will toss it up. So 5 serving 5. Smallwood to Janes in the middle for Singleton. Off the blockers, Commonson gets to it. Nickel pops it up. Worrell from the back line gets the kill. 6 serving 5. Smallwood, McKenna Brown, cross for Ella Brown. She'll bump it to the back line. Commonson to Nickel for Fortner. Off the blockers. Janes hits it, and McKenna Brown gets it over. Point Panthers. McKenna Brown will head to the service line. 6 serving 6. Commonson to Nickel. Outside, Disselkamp off the top of the tape, gets over. Davis pops it in the air. Smallwood will send it over. Commonson to Nickel for Disselkamp again, able to keep herself in front of it. Davis to Janes. Smallwood backline. Commonson gets that one to Nickel for Disselkamp. She goes backline. Davis is there to Janes. She'll dump it over. Worrell gets to it. Nickel back sets for Bennett, not able to clear the net. Point E-Town. 7 serving 6. Worrell to Commonson for Disselkamp. Big swing, blocked at the net. Worrell back for Disselkamp. That one didn't clear the tape. Said the one before that was touched by an E-Town player. That one does not get touched. 4 hits, point E-Town. 8 serving 6. Service error. Audrey Stearman back in on the front line for Central Hardin. Jordan Fortner to the service line. 7 serving 8. McKenna Brown, Ella Brown sends it over into the net. Bennett will send it over the net. Smallwood to Janes. Singleton. Fortner gets that one to Worrell for Disselkamp. Just pushes that one over. Point Central. 8 serving 8. Smallwood to Janes in the middle. Singleton up to the net. Janes gets it back, sends it over. Bennett gets to it. Fortner across for Disselkamp. Down the line, Smallwood gets it. Janes outside. Ella Brown, she'll take a swing. Blocked at the net. Davis pops it up. Janes back sets for Smallwood. She'll just send it over into the middle. Worrell to Nickel. Outside Disselkamp off the front line. And a kill and a point for the Bruins. 9 serving 8. Brown to Janes, popped over. Worrell to Nickel in the middle for Stearman, blocked at the net. Another block by Singleton. Haley McAllister checks back in on the front line for the Panthers. Katie Commonson back in on the back line for the Bruins. Macy Singleton serving, 9 serving 9. Commonson to Nickel for Disselkamp. She gets the kill down the line. Lexi Davis back in on the back line for E-Town. As Riley Conley checks in for the Bruins and heads to the service line. 10 serving 9. Janes at the net. McAllister gets the kill. Grace Godfrey back in for E-Town, and she'll head to the service line. 10 serving 10. Now everything's dry. Grace Godfrey at the line for the Panthers, 10 serving 10. We're in set number 3. E-Town took set number 1, 25-18, took set number 2, 25-14. And an ace. 11 serving 10. Addison Seago back in for the Bruins. Seago to Nickel, across for Worrell. Goes off the blockers. McKenna Brown to Janes in the middle. McAllister tapped it over. Stearman sends it back. Janes for Smallwood sends it over. Seago gets a hand on it, but it'll be another kill for Jessica Smallwood. 12 serving 10. Seago to Nickel in the middle. Stearman taps that one. Got to by McKenna Brown. Pop back up. Bennett for Stearman. Stearman takes the hit. Sit back over by McKenna Brown. Nickel outside. Worrell. That one blocked. Seago pops it up. Worrell send it across for Bennett. Bennett gets a kill back line. Gracie Blair and the Jaggers checking back in for Central Hardin. Blair will head to the service line. 11 serving 12. Kenna Brown. James over the head gets the kill. She will head to the service line for the Panthers. 13 serving 11. Seago to Blair for Worrell. She tools the block and gets the kill. Katie Commonson now to the service line for the Bruins. 12 serving 13. Davis to Janes for Smallwood. Kill. Macy Singleton back in on the front line for the Panthers as Lexi Davis heads to the service line. 14 serving 12. Seago to Commonson. Now Fortner will roll it over. Smallwood sends it back. Worrell sends it the other way. Godfrey to Davis. Now it'll be Smallwood who'll bump it back line. Commonson to Blair in the middle for Fortner. Just tapped it. That's out. Point E-Town. We have a timeout. Central Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Come back to action. Lexi Davis serving for E-Town, 15 serving 12. That goes long. Point Bruins. Claire Worrell now serving for Central, 13 serving 15. That goes long. Ella Brown back in for E-Town as Jessica Smallwood heads to the service line, 16 serving 13. Worrell to Blair for Jaggers. That one blocked at the net, popped back over. Blair just able to get it over. We're going to have a net violation. So Fortner didn't look like she had touched it, but net violation, point E-Town, 17 serving 13. Worrell, this one back into the net, it'll be an ace for Smallwood, 18 serving 13. Worrell to Blair for Jaggers. That one Davis to Janes. Back Ella Brown. 4 hits as that one didn't clear the tape. Ramsey Nickel and Audrey Bennett back in for the Bruins. Nickel to serve, 14 serving 18. Smallwood to Janes for Singleton. Big swing. McKenna Brown will head to the service line. 19 serving 14. That one into the net. Point Central. Audrey Audrey Stearman back in on the front line. Jordan Fortner to the service line, 15 serving 19. Smallwood to Jenny, that's going to be an ace for Fortner, 16 serving 19. Smallwood to Janes for Singleton. She tools the block. Katie Commonson checks in on the back line for the Bruins. Haley McAllister to the front line for the Panthers. Macy Singleton to the service line. 20 serving 16. Commonson to Nickel for Disselkamp. She gets it in on the back row. Lexi Davis back in on the back line for the Panthers. Addison Seago checks in for the Bruins. 17 serving 20. McKenna Brown to James. Back row, Smallwood. Commons and diving for that one. Not going to be able to get as that one goes over the central bench. Point Panthers. Grace Godfrey will check back in for E-Town. 21 serving 17. Seago to Nickel for Stearman, picked up by Davis. James now to be Smallwood. She'll send it back line. Commons and gets there. Stearman pops it up. Worrell off the top of the tape. Smallwood digs that one. James back for Smallwood. Swings and gets the kill on the back line. .22 serving 17. With that, Coach Reinecker will take their last time out here in set number 3. Reminder, E-Town back in action tomorrow night as they will host the Green Wave of Meade County. For Central Hardin, they're back in action on Saturday as they will host a tri-match between themselves, Oldham County, and South Warren. For us here at HCEC-TV, we're back on the air Friday night. It'll be football action from here at Central Hardin as the Bruins will host the Trojans of North Hardin. Next week, we have a match every night of the week. Monday night, it'll be girls soccer, John Hardin at Central Hardin. Tuesday, it's going to be boys soccer as North Hardin travels to Elizabethtown. Wednesday, girls soccer as North Hardin travels to John Hardin. And next Thursday, it'll be boys soccer, Central Hardin traveling to John Hardin. And next Friday night, Marion County will come to take on John Hardin in football action. Come back to action here. Grace Godfrey at the line for the Panthers. 22 serving 17. Subbing ace for Godfrey. 23 serving 17. Service error. Anna Jaggers and Gracie Blair back in for the Bruins. Blair heads to the service line. 18 serving 23. Davis to James. Cross for Smallwood. She'll tap that one over. Worrell pops it up. Stearman sends it back line. James, again, over the head. The one touch gets the kill, and it'll be match point for the Panthers. As Addison James will head to the service line. 24 serving 18. Seago to Blair, outside Worrell. Off the top of the tape, Smallwood to James. For McKenna Brown, that one back row is long. Point Central. Jordan Fortner back in on the front line for the Bruins as Katie Commons heads to the service line. 19 serving 24. Godfrey to James. Cross for Smallwood. Big swing, and that'll do it. As E-Town will take the third set, 25-19, and will take the match 3-0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Again, we're back on the air on Friday night, right back here at Central Hardin High School, as the Bruins will host the Trojans of North Hardin in football action. For all of us here at HCEC-TV, I'm Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.